The 2020 is a very inspiring example.
I feel it can bring in a sea change in the rural settings in the country.
Should be an example for all corporates.
A village surrounded by verdant paddy fields and lush coconut plantations, sparkling canals and plentiful farms. Kizhakkambalam looks like a gift from nature. Lying along the eastern suburbs of Kochi, Kerala, this is a beautiful hamlet of friendly and hard-working people, small industries, quaint worship places and bountiful soil. This is also a fortunate land which has embraced with both arms a bold model of development. Kizhakkambalam is also home to the Anna Kitex Group, founded in 1968 by Mr. M.C. Jacob as a manufacturer of aluminium products, which later branched out into garments. Kitex Garments is a 100% export-oriented unit and is a supplier for international brands like Gerber, Jockey, Toys R Us, Mothercare, Carter's, The Children's Place, among others. The group also makes curry powder under the Sara's label. Anna Kitex Group today is a 12 billion rupees company with around 15,000 employees from all over India. 2020 is a development initiative funded by the Anna Kitex Group and governed by corporate best practices. While the comprehensive development of Kizhakkambalam panchayat remains the central objective, the initiative made a recent foray into politics, winning 17 of the 19 seats in the panchayat polls held in November 2015. Thus, by becoming a people's movement, 2020 has ushered in the paradigm of democracy as espoused by Abraham Lincoln in his famous Gettysburg Address of a government by the people and for the people. This is unprecedented, both in the development history and polity of India. The long-term objective is to make Kizhakkambalam a model village by the year 2020, a model of sustainable development, replicable anywhere in India and the world.
My father was not only a businessman, he was a very good Ayurvedic physician. Every day, he used to treat almost 100 to 150 people, and that even 100% free treatment and also the medicines. So when he died, still, people used to come and approach for, medicine and, treatment. So we could not do anything much because we are not learned about that. So we decided to conduct a camp. So we arranged mega medical camp with almost 101 doctors with all the specialities. So there are almost 5,500 people attended in that camp. We found not only the medical issues, people are facing much more. So there we decided to start such a venture like this.
In addition to over 40 qualified social workers, 160 others including doctors, engineers, agricultural and other support staff work with 2020 initiatives full-time. To ensure the beneficiaries are really the deserving and none of the deserving ones are left out, the population of Kizhakkambalam has been categorized on the basis of economic status and issued cards which denote their financial status. Red for the extremely poor, usually the old and the destitutes. Yellow for those below poverty line. Green for the middle class and blue for the upper middle class. Of the 8,000 families in Kizhakkambalam, around 7,000 are registered with 2020. 2020 was launched officially on May 19, 2013. The sole objective is to make Kizhakkambalam the best panchayat among the 272,000 panchayats in the country by the year 2020. More than catchy gaming formats, the name was intended to inspire immediacy in the development agenda. The foray into the local polls was the outcome of this sense of urgency and result-oriented action plans formulated across 16 development thematics.
ഇതായിരുന്നു എൻ്റെ വീട്, പഴയ വീട്.
I'm standing on what used to be my old house. Before we got this house, we stayed under tarpaulin sheets held up with ropes for around 50 days. Whatever money we had on us had to be used for treatments. That is when we met 2020 and told them our problems. They told us not to worry, and within 2 months, they built a beautiful house for us, better than what we had even dreamt of. A new home has a toilet inside, which ensures our privacy, something we didn't have before.
So far, we have completed, almost 500 houses. And this year, we are targeting almost 300 houses more to finish. So our aim is, by 2020, everyone should have houses in this panchayat. That's our plan.
According to the World Resources Institute, 54% of India is water stressed and scarcity affects most parts of the country. Solving the water issues of the village was one of the promises made to the people. True to the word, 2020 has undertaken several potable water projects all across Kizhakkambalam.
2020 എന്ന പ്രസ്ഥാനം
After 2020 came to power, this well has been cleaned and its depth increased. A 5,000-litre capacity water tank has been installed, which takes care of the need of the people around.
It is not just the digging of bore wells and setting up water tanks, but wherever there is the need, 2020 also installs water filters too. These are periodically inspected and maintained as well. One of the earliest campaigns undertaken by 2020 was creating awareness among residents on how government-appointed contractors were taking them for a ride by not constructing the roads as per norms. This was way before the panchayat polls last year. Today, delivering on their promise, all the major and arterial roads of Kizhakkambalam are being widened and drainages built to ensure a havoc-free monsoon.
We promised to the people that, all the roads, we will maintain 365 days. See, the first step, we are widening the roads and we are constructing, the drainage and both sides, with the walls to protect, the roads. And here, the major thing, all the people are supporting, because they are surrendering the land without any cost. There is a 40 houses colony. There actually, there was no road and 40 families were living there and their situation was very bad. They could not even take somebody, in emergency for the hospital. So what we did, we reconstructed all the houses. Same time, we constructed all the roads, inside roads, and paved, tiles on it. So now they are all very happy.
ഇന്ന് ഈ റോഡ് വന്നതിന് ശേഷം
After this road came, auto rickshaws and other vehicles can come all the way down. Patients can also be taken to hospitals right from their own houses.
Initially, 200,000 banana saplings were supplied free of cost to farmers and contract labourers to cultivate 3,000 acres of unused agricultural land. Over the years, the number of free saplings has grown to 500,000. To speed up things on the ground, 500 acres of land was also tilled for free. Today, everyone in Kizhakkambalam know that with an investment of some sweat and commitment, 1 acre of land can bring up to 20 lakh in revenue alone. While the quality of food sold through the public distribution system has always remained suspect, and successive governments have remained unable to break the unholy nexus between traders and authorities, 2020 has taken upon itself to fulfill the right to food for the residents of Kizhakkambalam. 2020 organizes an open market for 5 days each week, which ensures through a closely monitored pricing mechanism that the economically weaker families will get enough food to live for a month at 1,000 rupees. The average price of vegetables and other items in this market is half of that anywhere else in the state. The produce is fresh and of high quality, procured less than 24 hours before directly from neighbouring Tamil Nadu. To encourage farming, produce is brought from local farmers at the same rates they are sold in the village market. 2020 runs this market at an expense of 10 million rupees every month.
Vegetables from the neighbouring states of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka is being sourced, and fresh vegetables are being sold at 50% of the market price. And milk, what we sell here, is even cheaper than water.
Since its inception, 2020 has been actively promoting agricultural sustainability. This is not only about self-sufficiency in basic vegetable requirement of individual families, but also as a viable long-term occupation. Seeds and saplings as well as quality grow bags are supplied to every household. To provide the right impetus, produce grown by local farmers is bought at the same rate they are sold in the village market. Among the long-term objectives are training in crop rotation, organic farming and drip irrigation. Twenty20 is actively upgrading facilities in existing government schools in Kizhakkambalam. This includes setting up labs, libraries and purchasing buses for schools. Plans are in the pipeline to start a school affordable for everyone with facilities that match that of private schools. Fibre to the home is the installation and application of optical fibre from a central point directly to individual buildings, providing unprecedented high-speed internet access. This unique network architecture supports new age services like television over IP, video and audio on demand, bandwidth on demand, multi-conferencing, remote education, etc. This is the next gen in connectivity available to internet users today. 2020 has begun installing FTTH infrastructure in right earnest to make Kizhakkambalam a fully Wi-Fi panchayat in a few years. One in 3 people in the world are affected by malnutrition, which makes them susceptible to serious illnesses. While 2020 invests in ways for its citizens to live with dignity and look forward to a bright future for their wards, it also recognizes the importance of adequate nourishment for a healthy and happy future. Right from pregnancy into lactation, women are provided with multivitamins and a supplemental diet. Children, through the first 5 years of their life, the fundamentally important and most formative years, are also provided with dietary supplements and additional nutrition. The setting up of the new skills ministry by the central government has put the spotlight on the rising relevance of vocational training in the country. While the thrust has been largely on small-scale enterprises and self-entrepreneurial startups, efforts are also underway to aid and bolster the activities of self-help groups such as the state government-sponsored Kudumbashri in the area in order to encourage women to be financially independent.
എൻ്റെ പേര് ആരിഫ റസാക്ക്.
My name is Arifa Razak. I stay in ward number 17. My husband died when I was young. I used to run a shop earlier, but after marrying off my daughters, I ran into a lot of financial difficulties. I had to shut down my shop too. That's when 2020 came here for their work and I told them about my misfortunes. Soon enough, they gave me 1 lakh rupees to start my shop, and now I'm running it quite profitably.
As part of the labour welfare programs, on the way are special welfare packages for farmers, taxi and auto rickshaw drivers to overcome unforeseen expenses and emergencies.
2020 has been doing a great job in helping financially average auto rickshaw drivers like us. We have so far received free tires and uniforms from the organization. There are also plans to introduce medical insurance and emergency loan facilities, which will take care of a lot of our problems.
We have 39 Anganwadis like this, and most of the Anganwadis, the situation is very pathetic. They don't have toilet facilities, they don't have the kitchen facilities, living area. So we want to reconstruct all those, Anganwadis, and our goal is, to make all Anganwadis to be smart Anganwadis and to get ISO standard.
Sanitation and waste management is of great importance as refuse improperly stored can lead to health, safety and economic concerns. The Gram Panchayat under 2020 has several ambitious plans to ensure waste is correctly disposed of in a sustainable manner. Domestic biogas plants thus figure high in the list of related activities. Climatic changes, surging temperatures, and changing geopolitics have meant droughts and severe water shortages have been ignominiously introduced to the otherwise bounteous state of Kerala. While Kizhakkambalam is yet to face any harsh water shortage, 2020 has initiated several measures to prevent such a catastrophe. After the new panchayat body took over, several ponds that had become marshes through disuse over the decades have been revived, spending millions of rupees.
This was just a bog when we first saw it, but when we asked around, we discovered that it was a proper pond half a century ago. But no panchayat till now bothered to clean it or make it useful for the people. 2020 extended all possible support, which has finally made this a water reservoir that will be useful for the people.
These government-run centres are basic at best when it comes to medical care facilities. However, they, due to their accessibility, remain the first port of call for patients from nearby areas. In addition to a 24/7 ambulance facility, the panchayat has also provided its residents the services of a doctor who pays house calls in cases of emergencies.
എൻ്റെ പേര് അജിത. എൻ്റെ മോളുടെ കല്യാണം.
My name is Ajita. Due to financial issues, I wasn't able to marry off my daughter. So I requested 2020 for help. They first sent their field officers and found we were saying the truth and helped me marry off my daughter.
Apart from building quality houses for the homeless, there are plans to make them ready to live and comfortably at that by provisioning them with basic household appliances. With the help of electronic majors or private donations, 2020 hopes to give some items like fridge or television, microwave oven or washing machine to the beneficiaries. Over the years, there has been large-scale migration into Kizhakkambalam and surrounding areas owing to the industrial progress made in the region. Like any other, here too, rising population pressures have led to increasing concern for the safety of the people. 2020 will be installing 200 CCTV cameras at every major junction and deserted corners this year. More are on the way, for which individual and corporate participation is invited. By the year 2020, Kizhakkambalam aims to be the best model panchayat in the whole country. This is not a spurt of activity like a race, but more a disciplined marathon.
Last 2 years, we are working for this. And we already done a lot of housing, drinking water projects, food security programs, road construction, so many things. Our dream is, to make this panchayat by 2020 the best panchayat in the country.
Whatever priorities of development, whatever rationales in developing a village, and again focusing on the stakeholder needs, I feel that this model, if it is appropriately emulated in other panchayats in Kerala, other districts in India, either driven by or pushed by or supported by corporates, I feel it can bring in a sea change in the rural settings in the country.
So 2020 is a very inspiring example of a corporate company taking interest in solving the rural problems in their location.
I think I'll put it as one of the well conceived, well planned and well executed example of corporate social responsibility.
2020, their model should be an example for all corporates. If all corporates follow this model which Kitex has implemented, India would be a paradise to live in.
The organization staff, fellow citizens, volunteers and well-wishers are hopeful of achieving the objectives. But even with such exemplary commitment and dedication, there is only so much that can be achieved as the stakes are so high. Hope you will come forward and join hands with us in making the dreams of an entire village come true.
പുതിയ വാനം തേടുന്നു നമ്മൾ പുതിയുഗത്തിൻ കനവാലേ പുതിയ ഗാനം പാടുന്നു നമ്മൾ പുതിയ ചിന്തതൻ മനമാലേ പുതിയ വാനം തേടുന്നു നമ്മൾ പുതിയുഗത്തിൻ കനവാലേ